Hey guys, it's Brittany. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I don't know how to. I'm so sorry about that. I was, trying to say, welcome to my channel, but somehow I got a bit tongue-tied, so I'm sorry. So today's gonna be a movie review, and today I'll be reviewing The Lost World Jurassic Park. So, The Lost World Jurassic Park is directed by Steven Spielberg, and it was released in theaters May 23rd, 1997. And of course, we get this good cast: Jeff Goldblum, Julianne Moore, and Vince Vaughn, and all these other good actors in this movie. And I kind of was losing my voice a little bit. I don't know why. So yes, in this sequel to Jurassic Park, I'm sorry, hang on. It's tea, so yeah, all good. Um, so yes, in this sequel, the story this story takes place on a different island. Um, let's see, it's Site B, so it's Isla Sorna. Yeah, yeah. And sorry, I had to like go back and remember, uh, just to make sure. So yeah, it is. And so in this sequel, of course, we get this different story, different from the first, and it shows how, um, John Hammond, he is now at his home, um, resting, and Jeff Goldblum visits him and Malcolm, and it shows how they're talking about this other island with dinosaurs, and then he doesn't tell him right away of who's there, but when he does mention that his girlfriend, Sarah, played by Julianne Moore, that she is on the island, um, then he starts to get really worried, and then he goes out there to come to her rescue. And so, knowing what he had experienced in the first film, he did not want history to repeat itself, which, of course, I don't blame him for that, because it's like, if you go through something so terrifying, so horrifying, then yeah, you wouldn't want to go through that again. To go through that again. I'm so sorry, I can't speak. I don't know why. I think there's just something on my mind, so I think it's just trying to distract me. Uh, anyway, I'm trying to say is that he would not want to go through that again, nor that would he want his girlfriend to go through what he went through. So I don't blame him for being concerned and being worried and being scared that she's out there with these dinosaurs who are now alive, and on the second island. I don't know what's going on today. But so yeah, now on this island, of other dinosaurs, of course we still get T-Rex. We get three though. There's the female T-Rex, there's the male, and of course the baby T-Rex, which is adorable. I admit It is. And of course, we get Stegosauruses, even the baby Stegosaurus, which is also so cute. And we get those, okay, let's see. What else? Oh, okay, we, we still see at least one Triceratops because in the first one, the Triceratops was sick. But in this one, we see one where it's on its feet and it uh, crashed into a car, I believe, and we see it, um, I think, running and just charging at something. So it was nice to see that. We get oh, I I really gotta look up on how to pronounce this name of this particular dinosaur, but it's okay. I think we get the Apatosaurus, I think, and we also get the what you call them, where it has like this long thing on its head. You know, okay, the one we see in the Land Before Time, you know, Ducky. So, okay, that one. So, and of course, I didn't like what they did with that dinosaur because they had put some ropes around it, but this wasn't like a rope. This was more like a, almost like a, I think a wire type of rope in a way where they wrapped around it, around its leg and neck, and they pulled it down and it fell. I didn't like that they did that. So my question is, when they did that, did they somehow killed it by accident, or were they did they did that because they were just trying to capture it to put it in a cage? Now that I don't know of. I really don't, but I didn't like that. And let's see, the other dinosaurs, I don't know. I think there's a long word for it. Of course, I think all of them are long, but uh, they're called compies. But they're the little ones. You know, they're the small. It kind of looks like mini-sized velociraptors, but you know they look cute. But of course, they don't look exactly like velociraptors, but they're just like, you know, small. But they look cute. But they're also quite vicious, and they are dangerous because they did kill off a character in the movie. But of course, we don't see it happening. But the only thing we do see is the blood that flows in the water, you know, so that's the only thing we see. So yeah, we do see some other dinosaurs, including the velociraptors. And I gotta say, I actually like the design of the velociraptor in this one, only because the colors are different, which I think were nice. Like it had this orange color to it, and with the eye, it had like this yellow greenish color to it, but still had the black slit in the middle, which, you know, I liked. So I like that. So anyway, I do think with the story of the Lost World Jurassic Park, I think it's still a good story. I feel like, you know, it's decent, and I feel like it's still watchable, you know. And now I will admit, I don't exactly love the sequel as much as I do the first, but you know, I will still watch the second whenever I do want to watch it. I will, but I do feel like, even though I do think the story was good, but I do feel that maybe this story could have been just a little bit more intense, a little bit more thrilling. Um, I do. So yeah, I do think so. And I do love the cast. I enjoy the performances, and I'm glad that we get to see Jeff Goldblum back in this one as in Malcolm, and I enjoy the other cast performances of Julianne Moore and Vince Vaughn and these other good actors and their performances. So yeah, I do enjoy that. And the music. The music is, of course, composed by John Williams, and I also like the music in The Lost World. So this was good, so I enjoyed the music, and of course, I like the um, dinosaurs design, how they looked in this one, but um, now, of course, I do think there are some scenes I do think that could have been a little bit more intense, could have been a little bit more thrilling, but I think the whole story itself could have been, like, I think certain parts could have had that. I do believe so. And I think if it had been just a little bit more scarier, with a horror element to it, I think that probably would have done really well. I do think so. I never read the book of it, but I think the book is probably a little bit more scarier and probably a little bit more darker than the movie, but I would just have to read the book myself because I am so curious on that. But yes, overall, I do like the sequel. There's some things I do like about it, but I feel like there's some other things that just could have been maybe just, like I said, a little bit more intense, maybe a little bit more scarier, kind of like what we got in Jurassic Park, where there were some intense moments and scary moments, and I think that The Lost World could have had that, but it it didn't have the same feel or anything similar to the first of a intense part or even any horror elements. So that's just pretty much how I feel about it. But yes, like I said, overall, I do like the story, and I do like other things about the sequel, and yeah, this is something I'll still watch whenever I would want to watch it. So now to rate it, um, okay, yeah, to rate it, I would give it a B. Um, I would give it, I would say, uh, 5.6 out of 10. Uh, I would give it, um, I would say at least 70%, and uh, I would say, oh man, I'm not sure, but I would say maybe 3 stars. So yes, that is my review and rating on The Lost World Jurassic Park. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and um, so if you like The Lost World Jurassic Park, give this video a like, and for more movie content, reactions, and dreams, subscribe and click on the bell so you'll be notified when I upload. That's all for today, and I'll see you at the movies.